Today's first reading talks to us about love. We have that beautiful hymn by St. Paul on love. Love is patient, love is kind, love endures all things, and so on and so forth. One of the most beautiful hymns and prayers on love. In fact, it's so beautiful that many times, even in sort of atheist circles, they might read this beautiful hymn of love as a poem of sorts, because they understand that this is the best explanation, the best description of what true love is. Now, in the past, there was this very, this idea in society, and perhaps it's also common today, perhaps too common, that love is all about a feeling. Love is all about how I feel towards somebody else. If someone makes me feel good, then I love them. If someone makes me feel bad, then I don't love them. And I should love the people that make me feel good, and I should avoid the people that make me feel bad. So love is a kind of a selfish thing. It's all about me, about how I feel. Now, in the church, there are many people who understand this wrong idea of love, and they want to reclaim the idea that, love is more of something to do with the will, that it's not just about my feelings, but there has to be something more about my will involved in there. That sometimes I may not feel too well about somebody, I may not like them, so to speak, but I can still love them, and I can still do what is right for them, I can still want what is good for them. Now, sometimes we go too far with this. Sometimes what happens is we start to describe love as something that is all about my will, all about what I want for somebody else, all about willing the good for the other, but it never involves anything about my passions, my feelings, my emotions. And so love becomes a kind of very stoic kind of reality. If I do something good for somebody, but I don't like them, then in some way I'm actually better than those who do something for somebody they love. Now, I want to put a caution to that because this is not actually what the church teaches. This is not, for example, what St. Thomas Aquinas talks about when he talks about virtue. Love or charity, we know, is one of the theological virtues. When we talk about virtue, virtue is something that just doesn't mean that we do the right thing, but virtue means, in St. Thomas and in Aristotle, that we do the right thing and we feel some kind of pleasure in doing the right thing. That there's some way in which our whole body even is taken up into doing what is good, what is right. Take, for example, a husband. A husband says to his wife, I will do everything for you. I will do everything for you. I will wash the dishes. I will do the laundry. I will clean everything. I'll throw the garbage out. I will, make you feel very happy. But I have to tell you, I'm not going to like it. And in fact, I don't even like you. Now, some people might say, wait a second. So he's willing the right thing. He's doing the right thing, but he doesn't feel anything. Is that bad? It definitely sounds wrong. It doesn't sound like what marriage is supposed to be. It doesn't sound like the real definition of love. There's something missing. There's something that involves his whole heart, his whole body, all of his passions, all of his feelings that seems to make love complete. The same thing is true when we hear this beautiful hymn of love, this description of love given to us by St. Paul. He says, look, you can do the right thing, but if you have not love, it's nothing. He says you can even give your body to be burnt, you can do that thing, but if you have not love, it means nothing. So love is not just about doing something great. Love is about giving your whole self, all of yourself, your will and your feelings for someone else. Giving all of yourself to someone else. This is the true definition of love. So when I love my neighbor, even if I may say that I don't really like them, there's something about me that actually rejoices in doing good for them. There's something in me that actually enjoys that they are better off than they might have been if I did not help them. There's something in me that even though I may not have a good relationship with them, is really happy for them and wants to do what's right for them. So when we hear this beautiful hymn of love by St. Paul, let us be careful not to limit how much we love, not to restrict love to simply doing good things or doing the right thing, but to say, can I do the right thing and put my whole heart into it? Let us pray for that gift of true love that calls us not only to do what is right, but to rejoice in what is good for the other.